Guys, if I had to move to Northern Virginia in 2025 with my own money, here's exactly where I'd go. The Northern Virginia market has completely shifted from that crazy seller frenzy to a balanced condition. Inventory is up 43 to 67% year over year across the region. And most people are looking in the wrong places while missing the real opportunities that this market transition is creating. I'm gonna give you the real insider perspective on the 3 places that make the most sense right now, not just some generic list, but where I would actually move with my family and my money. First of all, let's talk about what's really happening in the Northern Virginia housing market, because the headlines do not actually tell the whole story. Active listings are up between 43 and 67% compared to last year, the biggest shift we have seen in years. Federal job cuts are hitting hard with about 11,000 federal jobs eliminated just in the state of Virginia, as Nova has taken a major shift from those cuts. Now keep in mind, I have seen a lot more inventory than what we are seeing now, but obviously that much of a rise in inventory is surely significant. But here is the counter story that nobody is talking about. Virginia reported 251,000 job openings statewide with a 5.5% job opening rate compared to 4.6% across the United States. Market fundamentals show homes sitting 15 to 20 days on the market instead of just a few days like before, but that is still faster than the national average, right? This shows we are in a balanced market and not heading for a crash. I mean, some of my buddies that I talk to in Fort Myers, Florida, or maybe in Austin, Texas, they're looking at like 6 to 9 months, where we're maybe a month for a home being on the market, and people are freaking out. Now that creates opportunities most people are missing because they are still talking about the old market conditions. Look, if you get value out of this type of insider market knowledge, smash that subscribe button to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, because I drop videos like this every week on the Northern Virginia housing market. I'm not just throwing around generic real estate advice here. I'm giving you the same insights that I share with my buyers and sellers that I am working with right now to help save them hundreds of thousands of dollars or get them more money to net from the sale of their home. So with all the market reality laid out, here's where I'd put my money. Let me start with number 3, and this might actually shock you because it's Arlington, and here's why the timing is perfect. Home prices are actually down about 8.5% year over year to a median sales price of $750,000. This is the first real buying window that I've actually seen in Arlington for years, and I've been doing this for over 21 years, if you can believe that. It is still ranked the 3rd best place to live in Virginia by US News and Report. So the fundamentals haven't changed, just the pricing. Commute advantage, of course, 10 to 30 minute commute times into downtown DC are so easy. You can't beat that type of accessibility, right? Like if you're going out to like a Reston or maybe Manassas, you're talking hour commute, where in downtown Arlington, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Metro access and walkability that you can't get everywhere, right? Like we're talking about true urban living with suburban comfort, urban amenities with suburban accessibility, restaurants, culture, parks, everything you need within walking distance. Like one of the things I love about Arlington, right, is you can be walking down one street and you'll see like down Don Tito's and all these other things. You make another corner and then there's like families hanging out by the park. Another, you go over by Boston and there's a bunch of people going up and down to the metro system. So Arlington truly does have it all when you talk about housing. Previously overheated areas now showing realistic prices for the first time in years. Unemployment rate of only 3.5%. reflects broader regional trends, but fundamentals remain strong. The job market is still so solid in Arlington. You've got diverse neighborhoods providing different lifestyle options from Boston to Clarendon to Crystal City. Look, Arlington got crazy expensive during the pandemic, right? You're probably talking average sales price of $1.3 million for a single family, but this pullback right now, that is your opening to go in and find a good deal. Certainly something that we can help you with. And if you've been priced out of Arlington for the last few years, this could be your chance. And if urban living is not your style, stick around for my number 1 pick, because what is happening there with infrastructure and tech jobs is something that you will not want to miss. All right, Reston, obviously the tech hub. But for now, let's talk about number 2 in this ranking, Reston, Virginia. And what's happening there with infrastructure and tech jobs is honestly pretty wild. Ranked the number 2 best place to live in Virginia by US News and World Report, beating out almost every other community in the state. The local economy is strong with a median household income of $140,000. $44,411, showing the impact of the tech boom that is reshaping the area. Commute times average anywhere from 23 to 32 minutes into Washington, D.C., which offers a good balance of community and life. The Reston to Station development is adding nearly 5 million square feet of new residential, office, and retail space, creating a massive transformation right now. I actually got a call from Comstock, and they wanted to talk to me about doing some co-marketing with them on their new development there at the JW Marriott. It's a beautiful hotel, and then you've got condos above it. If you haven't been there yet, go check it out. I mean, there's Google office, Rolls Royce is over there. You're walking around, and then they got Founding Farmers, which is an awesome restaurant. But I mean, to buy one of those condos in JW Marriott, definitely hit me up because I want to go inside one of those bad boys. But like I said, big tech employees like Google, Microsoft, and others already have major operations in the area. Growth in the tech sector is helping offset shrinking government jobs. So while federal positions are declining, tech jobs are climbing as well. Private sector money continues to pour in despite bigger market changes, proving investors are following the tech momentum here. Transit access through metro connections make it easy to get around the region. Reston is a planned community, so the growth is organized and thoughtful rather than this scattered sprawl. You know, it's funny, like lately I follow a bunch of like different Instagram accounts on Northern Virginia, and then I also do Northern Virginia Reddit, and I keep seeing like pictures go viral, and I'm like, where is this in Northern Virginia? And a lot of it is Lake Ann right in Reston. I always forget how beautiful that is. I was out there the other day, and there was like kids running around everywhere, and there was like a couple kids playing with like remote control boats, and like it just reminded me of like why they built that planned community. That really is a cool place. We saw a lot of houses over there. I definitely would go check it out. Like go grab breakfast and just walk around there, because I think when you think Reston, you automatically think Reston Town Center, right? This is where the smart money is going. Tech jobs are not leaving, infrastructure investment is huge, and commutes are still reasonable. If you work in tech or want to be near tech opportunities, Reston is the place to be. But what is my number one pick? Okay, this place right here definitely is the total package. This is the place where I would actually move my own family, and the numbers here are incredible. The income levels alone will blow your mind, and I cannot wait to show you why. So Burke, Virginia is ranked the #1 place to live in all of the state of Virginia by US News and World Report, beating out every other community in the state of Virginia. It is an economic powerhouse with a median household income of $180,000, which is more than double the national average. The community is well established with 43,336 residents, creating a mature and stable environment that is not struggling with growing pains. The average commute into DC is about 30 minutes, which is a fair trade when you look at the value you are getting. Burke definitely has a strong community character with large parks, established neighborhoods, and a real sense of belonging. Like you cannot just build overnight. Like when you're driving through Burke, or maybe you're looking at it from the drone, you can see all the mature trees, everything going on. It's not like a new neighborhood where there's like no trees and all you see is houses. I love the mature look that Burke definitely has. The economy here shows consistent stability and growth even during market changes. Infrastructure and amenities are mature, well-maintained, and everything simply works the way it should. The fundamentals of the market remain strong, and property values continue to hold steady even in these shifting conditions. You definitely also have some of the best schools in the state of Virginia, one of the highest medium incomes in all of the region, a real sense of community, and you're not paying Arlington prices, right? Yes, the commute is a little longer, but look, you get what you get for your money, right? And now let me show you the infrastructure factor that will impact the three of these areas. So let's talk about the infrastructure factor. Here is what most people overlook. So our region actually has $9 billion in major development underway. Listen to some of this. First, you got Inova's redevelopment hospital, $2 billion project at the former landmark site with 675,000 square feet of new hospital facilities. The Northern Virginia Transit Authority has allocated $700 million through 2029 for multi-modal upgrades across our area. The Richmond Highway Route 1 expansion is widening the road from 4 lanes to 6 lanes over a 3-mile stretch, which will greatly improve traffic flow. Loudoun County data center values have increased 78% to $42 billion, making up 25% of Loudoun County's entire tax base. Dominion Energy expanded data center capacity to 40 gigawatts, which is an 88% jump from 2024, powering massive tech growth. The Inova project alone will bring thousands of new high-paying healthcare jobs to the region. Tech infrastructure is also expanding too, especially in cloud commuting, AI, cybersecurity is driving more job growth than we've ever seen before. Transportation improvements are cutting down congestion and making connections stronger between Burke, Arlington, and Reston. The infrastructure boom is not just nice to have, it is building a long-term value. When you buy in Burke, Reston, or Arlington, you are buying into the wave of growth. So here is my bottom line. If I were moving to Nova in 2025 or 2026 with my own money, here's exactly what I would do. Burke is the best choice for families who want top schools, high income, and an established community feel. This is more of the family pick. Reston is the right fit for tech professionals who want to be close to infrastructure, growth, major employers, and still reasonable commutes. This is more of like the career pick area that I would choose. Arlington is for buyers who want an urban lifestyle with market opportunity, metro access, walkable neighborhoods. This is like more of a lifestyle pick. I definitely think if you don't have a car, Arlington is definitely going to be your best option. The timing is in a buyer's favor as the market shifts from seller dominated to more balanced, creating opportunities we have not seen in years. Economic diversification shows private sector growth is offsetting government job cuts, making the economy more resilient than the headlines even suggest. Over $9 billion in infrastructure improvements are supporting long-term property values across all three markets. Market balance data shows buyers now have more negotiating power than they ever had in years. I mean, I'm seeing buyers getting home inspections, radon tests, pretty much anything and everything they want. Appraisals are back again. So that definitely is a good thing if you are a home buyer. Employment diversity proves the economy here is not just dependent on only government jobs. Project timelines point to steady growth and strong fundamentals well into the next decade. All right, so there you have it. Three different lifestyles, all positioned for Nova's next growth phase. Whether you want urban Arlington, tech-forward Reston, or family-focused Burke, all three make sense in 2025. Personally, I go for Burke for more of my family situation. I have 2 young children with the income numbers there, the schools, the community feel, but honestly, all three of those, depending on what you're looking for, make sense. I'm more of like a slower paced guy, so I probably would do Burke or Reston, but if I was in my 20s or if I was like young professional, just married couple, Arlington would probably be the best bet because you can just get right into DC, right? But if you are thinking about making a move here to Northern Virginia, shoot me an email, info@colganteam.com. My name is Chris Colgan. I love to help you figure out which area fits your situation and what you can get for your budget. Hit the subscribe button for more Northern Virginia market updates and drop a comment. Which city would you choose out of those 3? Now, if you want to take this even further and see where Northern Virginia is heading over the next decade, check out my next video of the top 5 areas in Northern Virginia that will boom over the next 10 years. Click here to watch that video next, because if you're serious about making the smartest real estate move in Northern Virginia, you need to see what's coming down the pipeline. I'll see you there.